Good evening, everyone. So my duty tonight is to obviously toast our country, and an interesting time it is to be doing so. One or two of my mates asked where I was this weekend, and I said I'm going to the old boys' dinner, and my responsibility is to make the toast to the country. And to which a few of them said, sure, you've been stitched up nicely. But I am the eternal optimist, and I think I'm well suited for this role tonight. And there's a small little story that I will tell about perspective, and it comes from my previous school. I went to 7 primary schools, the last of which was a school in Fields Primary in Rustenburg. And I got in there late. My dad was an engineer, and he moved from mine to mine, from region to region, and hence so many different primary schools. So this was the last of the 7, and I came in late in the 3rd or 4th term, I can't remember, and the day I arrived, I got into my first maths class, and there was this impromptu maths exam, and I was reasonably panicked about this because I'd just come in cold from the very high-class Boksburg on the East Rand, and I didn't fare too well in this test. So a day later, we got our results, and on my paper, as it was put down on my desk, I saw 34%. So I'd never ever had 34% in my life. I was unbelievably embarrassed. I promise you. I took this paper and I put it upside down, and I just hoped that because no one knew me, no one would really ask how much I got. And so I snuck this paper in between my books, managed to get to the class. I wasn't quite sure what I was going to tell my mother, who herself was a teacher. And as I was getting out the class, I heard these 2 other guys talking about their result. And they'd both got 30%. To which I ecstatically said, well, check here, guys, I got 34%. So I knew I was cleverer than at least 2 of the other acts in that class. So guys, the reason why I say that is let's have some perspective. I'm busy consoling my friends who've all immigrated out of South Africa. So I think there's a lot to be positive about. Every time I get to drive and see an unbelievable sunset, get to see the amazing weather that we have, and the amazing people that we have in this country that make us who we are. I see South Africans across the world doing an unbelievable job of being ambassadors, and I think there's a lot of them out there that still yearn for an African sunrise, an African sunset. And I think as much as we have our challenges, there are some big challenges around the world, and we've got a hell of a lot to be thankful for. So I raise my toast to my 34% and to South Africa. With water. To South Africa.